Today's topic is dedicated to my late grandmother. This is the first time I'm dealing with direct loss. I have been sheltered and fortunate to never have any real loss in my life until just now.
Losing someone isn't necessarily easy, but I'm more desensitized to it.
I kind of was like, listen, I'm here for you. I'm going to support you. I will sympathize.
But I gotta go.
However, I said, let's do a ceremony for her and, just do the best you can to carry on her memory. And it wasn't enough.
With several billion members, the human race is divided in two distinct sexes, male and female. While men are simple creatures requiring only the most rudimentary of emotional needs to be satisfied, there is a subgroup classified as the nice guy, a dying breed of chivalrous, romantic, domesticated gentlemen whose qualities are desired by the opposite sex. Allegedly. However, they are dismissed, scoffed, and confined in such concepts as the bestie, work husband, and the dreaded friend zone.
You don't think this is a little bit too dramatic? Just let it happen.
Joe and Jason are the last of the nice guys.
Hey everybody, welcome to a thrilling episode. What?
It's a podcast voice. You do the podcast voice.
Oh, okay.
I'm so proud of you.
You just interrupted me though.
My bad, but no, he said what?
Welcome everybody to a thrilling yet excruciating episode of The Last of the Nice Guys. Oh, I'm sorry. I am one half of your host.
One third.
One third of your host with a special guest. Absolutely thrilling. Take it away.
What's your name? I am one half of your host. Take it away.
I'm sorry.
Okay, hi. What's up, girl?
No, hi. I did my job.
I'm Manny.
Jason.
Joe.
And
Jay.
there you go. Yeah, Jay. And we are the last of the nice guys, and this is a special episode. As you can see,
As always, special episode.
thrilling episode. As you can see, we are all in the same room.
No
together.
social distancing.
No social distancing. And
Wait till later.
What's that?
our host
What
Joe
is that?
actually came down just to record this episode for you guys. So and of course JJ came in because he's here. So we're gonna have a great episode. Today's topic is dedicated to my late grandmother, dealing with loss, or how do you deal with loss? And it's very interesting because rest in peace, Ivy Grant, my grandmother. She passed away last week, and this is the first time I'm dealing with direct loss. I have been sheltered and fortunate to never have any real loss in my life until just now. No deaths in the families, close deaths at least. Nobody in my circle per se. So I'm dealing with it a little bit differently, as instead of mourning her death, I'm celebrating her life because she was 99. And even though she did have some complications, she had pneumonia, but she did pass in her sleep. And I'm celebrating that. I'm happy that she passed because, A, she's not in the hospital anymore, and B, it wasn't suffering, it was peaceful, in my opinion. So I pose it to you guys, whether I'm dead inside or not. How do you guys deal with loss, or how have you dealt with loss? Have you dealt with loss? So let's start with our special guest, JJ, and let's go from there.
See, when it comes to loss, human loss, my heart is.
Did you just say human loss?
Yeah, because you can lose a pet.
I have dogs, dog.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
the hardest loss I've ever had to deal with was my dog Georgie. Had him for 17 years. Great companionship. He had diabetic ketoacidosis at the end, kidney failure. He had to be put to sleep. Really, really fucking hard. I had an Irish wake for him. You know, that's how he would want it to go. Got belligerently drunk the day before he had to pass. That was really hard, really hard. Since that, you know, I mean, it's losing someone isn't necessarily easy, but I'm more desensitized to it. Like, not too long ago, I think I said in the chat, I was in jiu-jitsu and one of my training partners literally died in my arms. Went to cardiac arrest, passed away. Like,
which chat was this?
the one that you'd never check. So.
Okay, fantastic. Sorry. I'm sorry for your loss.
So it was one of our black belts passed away. You know, but I was sad for like a few hours. And I'm like, all right, well, he would have wanted us to keep training, so
Right.
training. Before that, really, I mean, I've had other losses, but the only one that ever impacted me was during a training operation. 7 of my homies crashed in a helicopter and all died instantly. So that sucked. I was 19 years old, so I was pretty sad. Cried a lot for an adult.
Well, 19, but
Yeah, but
allegedly.
at 19 I already killed 7 men. So, you know. But yeah, it was really sad because they were young, they had families. I think it was more sad not that they passed, it was more sad that I knew their kids and they left. You know,
Yeah,
the
which
kids,
is the
so-
worst.
Right.
That's the
I'm not a
worst.
father myself, but I would assume if like I died and my dogs would be like, "Where's he at?" You know, they wouldn't understand. And his kids were pretty young, so I'm assuming like, wow, must be really one and the wife, you know, but the kids like, damn, they're probably gonna wonder where their father is
Right.
and whether or not their mother tells them that they passed away.
Well, eventually she's gonna have to.
Eventually, when
'cause
they're able to
it's gonna be one of
perceive
those
what
who left and
happened,
never came
but,
back, right?
You know, but still, it's like there's gonna be that one period of time when they're wondering like when dad's gonna come home. So that's pretty sad. Yeah. It just depends how you take it. Sometimes, like you said, I'll take it as a celebration. Sometimes I do things to another person, like keep training. Other times you just sit down and cry for hours. So
you've experienced the spectrum of dealing with loss.
yeah.
Wow. Joe,
That's terrible.
What's
The
the-
helicopter crash is the worst.
you got to speak into the mic.
No, yeah, I'm just thinking about
Oh,
what
you
you
do
said.
yourself, right,
Yeah, sorry.
right.
That helicopter crash.
How have you dealt with loss, Joe?
Well, not
Have
to-
you dealt with loss?
Yes, since 18, practically. I got that, Jason. It's okay. Since I was 18,
You're dealing with loss since you're 18?
yeah, I have had.
Are you still lost?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Huh?
this is not persistent loss. This is like one. The first
no,
time
this
was at
is
18.
losing people.
Oh,
Lost me.
you've lost people
me-
every time since you're 18.
Yeah,
Like every year or
almost every year.
what?
Yeah,
That's that New York life.
yeah. It's really
Yeah.
just because
Of
it's New
course.
York.
You ever seen East Side Story?
Wait, West Side Story.
West Side Story was a fucking great musical.
I didn't say
Yeah,
anything.
but they like
Da-da-da-da.
the bunch of Manny's like stabbing each other. Bro.
Manny was about to get involved. He was like,
He
why'd
was
you,
about to get in.
he's like, why'd you stop? Why'd you stop?
He was about to get in. That's what I'm saying.
Joe, how have you dealt with loss?
I literally have. Oh, I wouldn't say every year. I'd say maybe every other year, and
Yeah.
then like skip a couple years.
Save that for the end.
I'm not drinking it yet. I'll just have it open. 'Cause I thought you guys are open.
No,
No,
we're
we
gonna,
open it.
we're gonna,
He
we're
ripped
gonna.
it.
We're gonna do it at the end.
Yeah,
He ripped it a little early.
it's gonna be one for the homies where we just,
Exactly.
We should drink two. Like,
Yeah,
Oh,
watch
well.
my feet. I have my feet smell. So
I see what you're trying to do there, buddy.
Huh?
Don't do that to him. Anyways, Jason.
Anyway,
So much for a somber episode.
this is not a summer
no,
episode.
listen, we have about 30 more minutes
That's true.
before he can actually answer any questions. So let's.
I have had. Let's see. I have had great grandparents pass away. Actually, similar to your grandmother's age.
Right.
Both passed away in their 90s.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Both.
Yes.
That's terrible. Both passed away in their 90s.
Right. Well, okay, that's
Full
good.
lives, that's good.
Yeah, full lives. I've had 4 uncles pass away. I've had grandfather, grandmother. I've had a recent aunt. My brother passed away.
You have a brother?
I had a
You
brother.
had a brother?
Yeah, he
When?
died at 35 years old. He was
I
mentally
did,
challenged.
I did
Yep.
not know you had a brother.
Yep.
You never told me you had a brother.
Yeah, he was 35 years old. He had an aorta valve in his
Okay.
heart, which was like, I guess in medical terms or non-medical terms, I guess a mechanical heart.
Okay.
So he had half of a real heart, and you can hear the tick like sometimes So,
okay,
yeah.
aortic bypass.
Yeah.
We all have aortic bypass. Okay.
But yeah, I didn't know how to explain it
I
the
saw
proper
that.
way. Yeah, I know. I knew you were gonna say
Yeah,
something.
that's
But yeah, I've had all those pass away. My uncle's partner passed away from cancer. Actually 5 uncles, not
Wow,
even 4.
this is making me really depressed. But
No.
how have you dealt with the different losses?
It's just.
Are you numb to it by now?
Absolutely numb.
Wow.
Absolutely. I literally am so used to it. It's like drinking.
So that's why. Because when I told Joe that my grandmother passed, he's like, I'm sorry for your loss. Listen, so I'm coming down that weekend, and I want to get into some shit. That's how it went down. And I thought, I was like, what an insensitive prick. But
I'm
no.
waiting for him to
So,
What?
What the fuck?
My light went out.
It just got dark. Is it in your pocket? Maybe
No,
It's
I need to change the battery.
So if Jason passed away tonight, would you be sad?
Yes, I would carry his body myself.
Would you keep partying or just
Hear my body where?
Huh?
What?
to the dumpster? Yeah, keep going.
I'd pretty much probably put you in the backyard so you can grow with the flowers.
Oh.
We would blow it up and explode.
I don't have any more.
Yeah, is it still recording?
Yeah, it is. Keep going.
Yeah, sir. We're still needing to hear your story.
No,
Oh, it's not bad.
I that's it. I've become numb to everything. So actually, when my fiance's dog, actually I told you, died of 15 years,
Right.
they never have experienced it either. All of them
okay.
never experienced loss. Like everyone in their family is still alive and well.
Right. Yeah,
So
see?
when that happened for her,
It was
she's
devastating.
still grieving.
It is
So me, I'm the type to. I mean, I'm not. I know how it is to lose a dog. I've lost actually 2 dogs. I kind of was like, listen, I'm here for you. I'm gonna support you. I will sympathize.
But I gotta go.
However,
I gotta get out of here.
however, I said, let's do a ceremony for her, and just do the best you can to carry on her memory. And it wasn't enough. In that retrospect, it wasn't enough. It
What
was
do
like
you
we
mean?
needed to. She was in denial. She thought we can go bring her back to life somehow. Like it was it was serious.
Some
It was
pet
serious.
cemetery shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, on some like emotional, I miss her stuff, and I get it, I do because.
See,
but I'm numb to it. How
See,
am I supposed to say?
I don't.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I don't. And I'm not
I think it's because
because what, I don't have pets or
most black people don't react that way,
oh,
especially in Florida.
it will to your pets dying.
Yeah.
I just don't.
Most
I
of
mean,
them chain their dogs up outside.
oh, that was true.
They do?
But I just, I mean, I've never,
Especially down here.
Shit.
I've never empathized or
terrible.
got with the whole, like pet. Like, oh my god, that severe loss.
You ever had a pet?
I did, but I didn't want it. I mean,
Like back in Brooklyn?
no, but here I had a Karen Terrier for a little bit till it got lost and
Oh,
I
that
found.
was what Georgie was. Karen Taylor.
Right. So you see, it's just so it was like I never understood that part about it. And I'm not trying to say that it's anything wrong with having those immense feelings when you lose a pet, but I just never got it. When people just falling out, I'm just like,
I think also too. I mean, it's pretty overwhelming being a father as well too. Like your priorities completely shift. To me, my dogs are my only family for the most part.
right,
Like I would, if somebody asked me to shoot a kid or shoot my dog, I'm shooting that kid.
awesome.
You know. So it's just based on morals.
That's
you know?
that's
Yeah, it is. I mean,
Yeah.
what are morals? Just opinions. You
Yeah.
know? Like
True, very
like,
true.
I
Yeah.
listen. I know very well the value of human life. I'll pick most dogs over most people.
Wow, that's deep and
But there are people like
quite
that though.
what?
Yeah, think about
and
it, like,
there are
but
people
quite
like that.
I-
disturbing.
At a very young age, I got put in a position where like I had to decide whether a fucking man had to die or not.
Right. So okay, so you're a little more desensitized to it.
Yeah, but also I'm like, all right. I mean, what is this person's life really worth? This dog offered me companionship. This person.
Yeah, and they do say dogs 10 times like just more.
Wow.
And they don't like cheat on you, and they don't like argue. with you.
Allegedly,
Yeah.
they do bark back, and I don't know what to be doing when you're
Yeah,
not
they're
around.
probably telling you to send me a dick.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. Manny, how do you deal with loss? Have you dealt with loss? And then how do you deal with loss?
He's clenching his nails.
Well,
This was supposed to be a somber episode.
there's no such thing as being somber. Listen, I've been dealing with that since I was about 14 years old in high school. I've
I'm a
had,
sheltered child then.
yeah,
I'm 36, and this is the first real
Yes.
exposure I've ever had.
yeah, he's
So I'm-
old, just like me.
Wow,
So,
36.
um,
I didn't know he was 36.
How old are you?
34.
So what?
I mean,
What is 2 years difference? You still have the same freaking grays growing in your beard like I do.
yeah, but I have
You
a beard.
piece of shit. Hold on now. Hold on now. I cut my shit because you told me that I should try trimming it a little
No,
lower.
I did, but
You some bitch.
I think you should have kept the mustache for a little longer.
Not
Just
the
see how-
mustache. The mustache didn't look good.
Yeah, just keep it.
How do you
Experiment.
do it lost, Manny?
It
How do you do it
doesn't.
lost?
Yeah, go ahead. Just-
What?
You should have kept the mustache.
No, the mustache didn't look good. Stupid.
You good? Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys. Okay, are you guys ready?
14
Are you
years
guys
old,
ready?
right?
14 years old when I dealt with the first impact of death was my grandmother from my mother's side passed away. It was really hard at 14 years old because I didn't really know how to deal with it, and then having to be that anchor for the rest of my family was real tough because we're all in the we're all in the hospital waiting to something, for the doctors to say what's going on, and everybody's fighting over what's the next step to deal with, when she does pass, who's going to be in charge of everything. And I was like, why are we talking about this? Like, we're all here together as a family. Stop arguing. Like, let's just be here for her. We don't know what's going to happen. At 14 years old, I'm the anchor. And I'm just, dealing with grown adults or whatever. Soon after that, my great-grandmother passed, her mother. And years and years flash forward, I've had really close friends that I considered family of mine pass away.
Wow.
I've had a dog that passed away. I've had a cat that passed away, which is why I'm totally against having animals right now. I just can't do it, because their what is it? Their life expectancy is a lot less than ours. So it's like,
That's
I can't have that. Yeah, I can't have that connection with an animal, and I'm just like, oh, okay. 10 years from now, you might be gone. Anyway, so
It sucks, but that's true though.
Yeah.
Like, I hate that shit.
So usually, I just I take it upon myself, and also being a father. I was a father at 18, so having to deal with it, in front of my son as young as I was, and now my girls, I've taken the time out to myself to deal with it emotionally, like, just cry to myself and whatever, because, unless my kids knew who it was, then they had a direct contact, I had to explain it to them.
Absolutely, yeah.
But, just, again, I kept to myself. I released the emotion on my own times.
Right.
And then I just remembered and realized that as the happy person that I am, and the entertainer that I am, my family, whoever it was that passed away at the time, would rather me keep it going.
Be you, right.
Be me, keep it going, and just, hey, this was so-and-so, this is how they lived their life, let's just remember them for who they were and how they all engaged with us and how they touched us, and just keep the love moving. And my family has already been knowing that, all my close friends have known that about me, and I've always been there for people who have dealt with loss and didn't know how to deal with it. So, that's just my way of doing it. Just keep it moving, because the unfortunate thing is, life stopped for them. It's not stopping for us.
Right.
So we have to keep going.
Right.
In their name, as you might want to look at it or whatever, and just keep going and keep the love going.
Do you find it hard in your different examples of loss, maintaining that level of energy of who you are, carrying forward?
Depends on the situation and who I'm dealing with at that point in time. Like when my grandmother passed away, it was really difficult for me to keep my composure with my mom. Really difficult. When most recently, I've had two uncles pass away like 2 years ago. My mother's brother and half brother, or his half brother, some weirdness. And that was difficult, but I had to be there for my mom. That's my mom, man.
Right.
I got to do what I got to do. Another was 2-3 years ago. My half sister's mother passed away, and I had to fly up there to Tampa, to deal with her and be there for her or whatever. Regardless of everything else that was going on with me, it's like I got to be there for my sister.
Right.
And that's just what it is. So for me to keep my composure, in let's just say in the retrospect of the limelight, no. Like, as long as like all eyes are on me, I'm gonna be that person or whatever. Behind the doors, it's a different story. But no one needs to know that, because I'll kill you.
Yeah. We've gotten a little taste of the deeper side of you. I mean, you expressed a little waterworks there when you got. So we saw the hope. It is good. We are drinking rum chata, a Jason approved drink that I'm turning everybody on. Rum chata said it's free stuff.
We love it.
It's good. That's what we're drinking. It was good. Yeah, I told you it was good. So
this is surprisingly good.
But so in my case, when I have family members that are really taking this really, really hard, and I in turn, I'm not. You know, and it's not to be callous. Love my grandmother. I had probably some of the most unique adventures. We spent an entire summer together in England. Ain't nobody else can say that they did that. So I had a unique, and I used to have a good time. I used to bother her and stuff, but I just don't feel that emotional. It's a loss, but it's not a tragedy.
You feel because
You know?
she was in her 90s?
Yeah,
And then
She lived her life.
She lived. She beyond lived her life. She had all the experiences. She met her grandchildren. She met her great grandchildren. You know, so like she, in my opinion, the last year or so, she was existing, not living. She was just there. You know, she wasn't in any pain. She wasn't, but she couldn't do for herself. She couldn't feed herself. She couldn't do, and it was just like, who don't exist like that? You know, in my opinion. So when she passed, I was like, you know what? The only regret I have is she didn't make it to 100. She would have been cool, and I never got her back down here again because to spend some real time in Florida. That's my only regrets. Other than that, I feel like I'm the odd person out because I'm not falling on the floor weeping. I'm like, yes, she had a great life. She passed in her sleep, 99, 98. You can't beat that. So that's why I want to do this episode, because I feel like, am I something wrong with me? Because I'm not freaking out like everybody else. And I mean, I'm hearing some freak out stories. And when I heard, I was just like, okay, all right, it's we knew it was coming, and she was old, and she her time, and it was passing away in your sleep. I mean, you can't get any better than that, in my opinion, So that's why I wanted to bring it up, because I'm sitting here like, what'd you say?
Sorry.
What did he say?
He said that and drugs.
No, I mean,
With tonight, you might find out.
Is anybody CPR approved here? Just okay.
But I'm also going to be pretty
My legs already feel comfortable.
Listen, I just want to say, you guys, the last time I took as much as you took, I had to lay down for a very long time, but I had never seen anybody take as much. So,
I can't wait.
anyway,
He's really worried. By the way,
we're talking about, huh?
I keep looking at you, just waiting for it to hit like a brick wall. Fuck. That's only how it hits. You're like,
Great. I'm staying in, but back to the topic at hand. But I mean, have you like felt that kind of situation, like where an event happened? It doesn't necessarily have to be lost, but you don't react the way everybody else reacts.
yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. Like, remember the one time I told you at work, we had an incident where some kid, like, on camera, so we're watching it, was stabbing himself in the throat. Everybody was like freaking out. I'm like, all right, well, let's call 911. Like, hey, this dude's, stabbed himself. Like, he's bleeding out. He's in his car.
Right.
I'm just like chilling, and people are like freaking out. The director comes like, oh, this is so crazy. I'm like, how do you feel? I'm like, dog, this made my day. Like, you kidding me? Like, it sucks, but like, bro.
The whole day was boring until right there.
But you were in the military.
Listen.
And you don't think that maybe being in the military allowed you to be a little numb or something like that?
If it was an old person, no, because I here's the thing that makes me sad: seeing old people die and seeing women die.
Okay.
That does make me pretty sad. If it was an older guy or a woman trying to, I'm like, all right, that's pretty sad. But I still would have done my job. But
Of course, I mean, you do
another
your
one
job.
is like my grandma's pretty ill. I'm pretty sure it's coming soon.
Right.
I'm pretty sure I'm ready for it.
Right.
I mean, we've got it. I'm pretty close to her, but like your grandma. She's pretty
Exactly.
old. I mean, it'll be sad, right? Like, hey,
It'll be sad.
But like, hey,
But it'll be a
celebrate
exactly.
that.
It'll be a loss, not a tragedy.
Yeah.
There's a
And
difference.
She lived in a better times where no coronavirus,
Right.
no condoms,
Segregation.
Racism was kind of cool.
I knew he was going there. That's why I said segregation.
To quote President Trump, like the golden days,
Actually, that was Lindsey Graham.
Lindsey Graham. I'm sure President Trump said that.
Practices it all the time in the
But I
mirror.
mean, it's like certain things, like the Sandy Hook shooting, right? No, not Sandy Hook.
The
Stoneman Douglas. right?
Mm-hmm.
That's right next to American Top Team, and I used to work there. And the fighters always have this event for the Summit Douglas shooting. I'm like, all right, that's cool. One of the fighters that I worked with was a student there. Now a pro fighter was a student there when it happened. I'm like, it's sad, but move on. Like, shit happens.
Right.
You know?
Don't linger, basically.
But then
What
again,
trying to say.
it just depends on how you like. From 19 to 22, I was in a position where I was in a place that kids get shot every day
Mm-hmm.
by us or by someone else. I've never shot a kid though, but
Allegedly.
it just happens. So it's like when that shouldn't happen. Like, all right, well, fucking, it's sad, but it's not special.
Right.
I don't think we should be here selling more on your own time, more on your own family. I don't think we should be making this big spectacle, this big parade out of it. Like,
Right.
people die. Bad shit happens. We're just fortunate to live in a country that has that happen very rarely.
Right. Sporadically.
But this is pretty common in other
Around the
countries.
world, exactly.
So if you get to see them where like these horrific events here are pretty common to most people, it's just not that traumatic or that
Right.
impactful, so to speak.
In other words, you get used to it.
Yeah, you get used to
You
it.
get used to it,
Yeah.
you become numb. You don't really think nothing of it.
But I mean, have you been in a situation where you have, where something has happened? It doesn't necessarily be a loss.
Yeah, the recent with my fiance's dog.
Oh, right. Yeah.
That's
right.
a perfect example. I, like JJ was saying, I do sympathize because I for some I haven't had a pet in a long time, but
Right.
I feel like dogs, for a lot of people, are more impactful in terms of dying than humans are. For some people, and I've seen it before. A perfect example is because this is just the first death that you can call as a, like the first real death for her. This is very impactful for her. So she, which is still feeling it. To me, like I said, she's like, oh, you don't, and she even asked me, point blank. She's like, you don't feel. I was like, of course I do. I'm very sad. I mean, I've been in this dog's life.
What do you mean? I'm devastated.
I've been.
What do you mean, Joe? Joe?
I've been sad for a long time. I've been in this dog's life for 4 years. She's been in the dog's life for 15 years.
Right.
You're gonna feel more hurt, sad, pain than I am. However, it's still horrible to be with someone that close and see them going through this pain. I think
Right.
that is the worst.
Yeah.
That is the worst because
yeah.
then which I've never seen before ever, being around somebody. Oh, Sarah, can you pour me some more?
I was
sorry.
gonna go get some ice. Does everybody need some ice?
No ice. We're recording.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
Huh?
I would love some.
we have another bottle.
So-
Should have brought the THC pill.
No, what?
Ooh, she's really having a good night, huh? Jesus.
So, before we wrap up,
My homies.
Manny, same question. You ever reacted differently than everybody else for a situation?
Always. Like I said, I had to take charge a lot of times. Everybody else is weeping and crying and they're, rolling all over the floor like the end of the world is here.
Right.
But I guess it mainly deals with who that person is to that particular individual.
Right.
Whereas, like, again, my grandmother, not so much. I mean, me and my grandmother were close, but not so much to me where it would be more devastating to my mother.
Right.
Just like right now, if something was to happen to my mother, I would lose my shit.
Right.
Oh yeah, big time.
So I guess it just matters just how that person or pet animal is impacted to that in particular individual. And also deals with just how much of it you've dealt with overall. I've become quite numb to it, just like everybody else. It's just like, I've seen so much and had so many close encounters with it to the point where it's just like, again, it's no longer about being somber about their passing. You just have to practice their life and what they stood for to
and
you and your
honor
family.
it.
Yeah. So, that's just how I am. I always dealt with it differently because, again, just the person that I am, I have to be the uppity and bring everybody up from the slums that they keep throwing themselves down. It's just like, oh, life is never gonna keep going. I don't know what to do. Like, why? Why would you feel that way?
Right.
You want to feel that way for a day or two? Okay, I get it, but you got to keep it going.
And that's what I say. Feel your feelings. It's okay to feel your feelings, but don't let it control you.
You're gonna feel your feelings. Real fucking hard.
That's fantastic. So, we're gonna wrap up. Even though we're all together, we actually have a life and we want to go party. So we gave you guys the first and hopefully many
I'm gonna fly down.
Live. You gotta fly down a little more.
Once a month.
Once a week.
Once a week. Once a week for the podcast.
I'm gonna be here with different voices every time. Right now, I am Armando. I'm gonna be taking care of my little geese, and I'm the goose. Okay, here we go. Scene.
We need to have
And that is it for the Last of the Nice Guys podcast. Well, you have more?
could we have Spirit Airlines sponsored?
That'd be great. Well, I mean,
But
if
only
Rum
Spirit,
Chata,
only
if,
Spirit.
if Rum Chata sponsors us with whatever money, we can use that and reinvest it into flights.
Right,
That's it.
right.
So Rum
Or
Chata,
I
get
can
on
use
board.
it and just come here, and then I can use more of the money.
And what he's gonna do is he's gonna take the bottles and he's gonna put them on eBay.
This one was drunk by Armando.
Yes. Hello.
So-
Spirit Airlines, the only airline that will sponsor me because I'm beautiful. Thank you.
All right, that's it for Last of the Nice Guys. I'm Jason.
I'm Manny.
I'm Joe.
I'm JJ.
And thank you for your time.
The Last of the Nice Guys. Follow, like, and subscribe on Twitter and Instagram at Last Nice Guys, Facebook.com/Last Nice Guys, or email lastoftheniceguys@yahoo.com.
This is an audio production of Vibe Revelation Studios, the cure for your common day. VibeRevStudios.com.
And that's a wrap.
In your pocket.
I know, but
It's in your pocket.
we got to take a shot. Hold on, do that on camera.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Wait. You gotta
Huh?
He's gonna have to just cut this part out and just start it. And
Yeah, that's right. All right.
You took your lactate pill?
Yeah.
Okay.
You think I take you pussy?
No,
Are you
he
guys
gave it to
wrong?
me to try it.
I have to. I don't want to shit my pants tonight.
Hey guys.
All right. So this is again this episode.
Wait,
What?
can we take this together?
Yes.
Yes, I'll get
But hold on, not yet. Hold on.
Your whole
Right.
mouth on it?
Yeah, that's what she said.
That's what she said, yeah.
All right, no.
That's what I said. Hello.
Yeah. So
I'm putting the whole thing in my mouth. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
So, hold on. All right. So this episode is, of course, dedicated to my grandmother, Ivy Grant. Gone too soon, but still in our hearts. And for everybody that we've lost...
Sassy! Sassy is the dog.
Saucy. What?
Fuck. Wow,
Yes.
that's pretty good.
Oh my god, this is the shit.
Yeah!
exquisite.
I told you.
This is like a warhead.
That one, that's like caramel.
Yes, buttery nipple.
Listen,
This is like a sour
I
cream.
got the pussycat. I love it.
Scene.
That's a good shot.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.